should have a challenge, bro. We should get a bottle of tequila up here, and whoever takes their hat off first has to drink it.
Well, first of all, I don't want to drink tequila, and I don't want to wear the hat. So
I'll wear it for my boy,
Habibi.
for Rourke's boy.
Yes, you Rourke. Why do you hate Khabib so much?
It's not that I hate him. Like, I like his technique and the stuff he does. It's incredible. It's just really boring.
Why do you hate good people so much, bro?
Just really boring guy.
This weekend he wasn't boring though.
Yeah, your theory's kind of... He literally broke
Did you see his
Justin
post-fight
Gaethje.
interview? It's like,
Yes, boy, we were together.
oh,
It's only the Russian part that you fell asleep in, dude.
Oh man.
that's 4 hours long.
Well, only because you didn't understand what he was saying.
Did you guys see Jones going hard afterwards?
We're
And
going to
I-
get into all of that, I reckon, dude. I reckon that's what we're going to do today.
But first up, actually I don't know what's first up. You should start the show with a monster opening.
I'm the only guy with the monster today.
Oh, go get that mule.
We're dwindling here, dude. We're dwindling.
You know, like I felt this like I had to really be passionate about the brand, especially since we might get sponsored. But that feels like it's slipping. So now I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I can skip a week with Monster.
I could literally drink a monster and go straight to bed.
Dude, it's super addictive, though, eh?
It's so nice.
I love how,
Stop
you know,
yourself.
so like, I think Monster obviously started taking in quite a bit of the market share from Red Bull. Because, you know, SAB's just taken over Red Bull.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
That's
going to
hectic.
be a game changer. Because that's logistics on,
Or it could
on
be-
another level. Yeah, it could just fall away by the wayside, I guess. Like, so
'Cause
deep into their portfolio.
Red Bull's whole like game was sponsor everything, get as extreme as possible, and
Yeah.
I don't know if
But
that's the SAB model.
when I
yeah.
was at
What do
the-
we know?
No, exactly. What
When
do
I
we
was
know?
at that Monster conference last year, they
You were at the Monster conference last
just
year.
one here in South Africa. It was like the local one.
Oh.
I was taking photos, getting people's faces printed onto the cans. It looked really cool.
And still no cap.
No, I got one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my boy Justin Lee hooked me up. It's awesome. But they reckon that it would overtake Red Bull by the end of this year.
And then Corona happened.
Yeah, maybe it might. Still,
Maybe.
People still bought Monster in lockdown.
Fair enough. I don't know what they were doing with it, but just having a hard one at home, eh?
No, well,
Just going ham.
Rourke and myself were pushing so hard for those first 3 weeks, and
it
then
was more like 5 because we managed
5,
to do
yeah.
the extension.
yeah,
You're still lifting weights.
it was the second notification that they were like another extension. We're like, oh, I'm done.
I'm going home. Pull up the UFC 254 card for us, please, Rocky. What a time, though, hey? How cool was that? To sit and have people around and
That was awesome.
fucking
man.
have a few drinks and watch
And it was a
the
great
fight.
time locally.
Fuck, it was the best time ever. I was like, I wish this happened. I'm like, you know, like you listen to like
Now
the
you know what it's
American,
like for people who watch rugby together. How awesome is
yeah,
that?
like you listen to like American podcasts and they talk about like Brennan Sharp always talks about like the whole thing. He like had chicken wings or whatever the fuck and like people over. I'm like, that must be so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. It's definitely, you know, like you can do the blackout and then watch it the next morning.
Yeah.
But just having the potential to fast forward really does fuck it up.
Yeah, it does. And it's like, and if it's like a big fight, it's almost impossible to not know what happened the next
Yeah.
day. Because somebody's going to message you or someone's going to be like, Khabib, babe. Fuck, dude, I haven't watched it. Fuck. Fuck, you sending me that message for?
Oh, man.
It's just impossible, dude. Like, there's, like on a smaller card, cool. But on big fights, dude, there's no ways you're not going to know.
Yeah, I don't know, 100%.
There's just
dude.
no way. Someone's going to message you some cuck and be like, fuck, bastard. What is happening?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Could have just pressed Google Chrome.
Yeah, there's
eh?
Google Chrome right on the bottom
Probably
there,
would have done the trick.
Watch this.
Rocky. But yeah, that was so sick to sit and like actually have people around and watch fights. Fucking hell.
That was good.
And now Khabib's gone. He was our only chance at a 8 o'clock pay-per-view. Bastard.
Yeah, that's the end of it, eh?
Yeah, that's that. Sailed
But
off into the
if
sunset.
someone headlines in the UK, won't it?
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to see a big pay-per-view like that. Maybe a big fight night.
How's a $10 million paycheck, dude? Jeez,
My
like
man.
that. I'd also retire 10 million. Like, you're not getting any better than that.
The GSP looked a little bit salty that that super fight's not happening anymore.
Well,
Rock, what are we doing here exactly?
I saw an interview with him and Errol Hawani, and he actually had like very good things to say about Khabib, and Khabib bought him a hotel room for the one UFC because he was too popular and there was too many fans, and the only request was he doesn't drink alcohol in the hotel room and paid out of his own pocket. So it sounded like they're on good terms.
Yeah, he's a good dude, Khabib. Oh boy, why are we?
You have to wonder, like, how does this affect everyone else in that camp, though, dude? Because he was bankrolling their camps, technically.
I think what we're gonna see is a change of hats from Khabib. There's no way he walks away from the sport.
Yeah.
I think you'll see he's gonna. You know what's interesting in Khabib's camp. Now, obviously Ali is his manager, but there's the other dude who's also. It's like a team manager. It's like his manager, the dude who's always in the suit and translates for them and stuff.
Okay.
I can't remember his name. I think he's a Nurmagomedov. I'm not too sure, but like we'll go through now. I'll show you which dude it is. So I'm wondering if
he takes over his father's role.
Exactly.
In the team.
That Eagles MMA is going to become like a launch pad, and they're going to start training, managing that whole like areas, fighters, and open the doorway to the UFC, where like Khabib's going to start negotiating the doorway for them, and all of the attention's going to switch now to Islam and Umar. Because Umar is still undefeated, dude. You know what I mean? And obviously Islam is the next in line according to Khabib, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to see, dude. There's no ways he walks away from the sport, dude. Like, I honestly don't believe we'll see him fight again. I just don't think so. Maybe the only way I see him fighting is like a couple of years down the line, like someone emerges. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's one of those guys that
I think it's
retires
done.
and it's done, dude.
I think also because like I suppose in his mind, like Islam is going to be the next champion. You know what I mean? So he's also like, obviously there's other stuff going on there, but that's also going to be a factor. He's going to be like, well, you know, it's his time now. So
what weight category does his cousin fight at?
Umar. He's featherweight to bantamweight, Joe. Bantamweight, and he's the big cheese.
What bantamweight champ? Brave.
No, probably ACB, something like that. I don't think it's Brave.
That is one organization you don't want to be messing with, dude.
You know what I was thinking about today, bro? Like, look at Khabib's situation. I mean, obviously we saw the emotional outpour at the end of the fight, and I think that kind of gave an indication of exactly what was going on with him and how bad it was. You know what I mean? You think about every single piece for this camp fell apart for him.
Yeah.
His dad obviously passed away long before the camp. The whole Corona thing, the Tony Ferguson situation was a weird one, and then Gaethje stepped up. Islam pulled out. Well, Dos Anjos pulled out, so he wasn't on the card.
Yeah.
His cousin got some crazy disease. He was hospitalized. So where it was supposed to be this like whole force of like family and team fighting and like this massive thing, that all fell apart, and he was kind of just like on his own, you know. And like you have to wonder about a guy who rolls with such
broke his foot like 3 weeks before the
broke
fight.
his foot, dude. I saw today. Maybe we can try find the clip. You see how fucked his foot is when he actually goes for the triangle in the end. You see his face, dude, like in slow motion. I saw a clip of it in slow motion. His foot kind of gets stuck in the fence, his left foot, and it's got these two kind of toes are wrapped actually in tape. I didn't even notice that. And as he like leans back into the armbar, his one toe like hooks on the fence, and you see his face like grimace, dude. Like for a dude like that to be in like proper pain, you know, obviously something was going on. But I mean, fuck, dude, he went through all of this kind of stuff, and those are like it is. You know, as a fighter, all of these sort of negative things happening around you, to keep it together is not going to be easy, you know.
No, 100%. The his whole camp. I mean, he invested a lot into this fight. Relocated his entire camp to Dubai. I mean, even if there was no financial investment from his side, you know, it's like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Packing everyone up, moving them to a country they're not used to really preparing in, and like putting. I just think he in his mind there was nothing that could stop him from competing.
Yeah.
He wanted to get it done. It looked like he wanted to get his career done with.
Yeah.
And move along.
What was crazy to me is, I mean, obviously none of it made sense until the fight was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all saw that he wasn't himself going in, and it was like, but it was, we all went negative straight away, like he's in trouble here.
Yeah.
You know, which was, again, once the fight was over, you got to understand a little bit more what was going on. But it was so crazy to me how he came up. Gaethje won, I think, like 1, 2, maybe 3 wrestling, not one exchanges, but managed to thwart the takedown. There was one, like in the middle with the clinch, he did like a shoulder bump, switched sides, and then rolled out, and it was gone. Stuffed the takedown before that, and you're like, okay, fuck, this is what we expected to see. What does he do now that someone has some sort of answer to the wrestling? And he was like, okay, fucking cool, hold my beer. Yeah. I'm going to show you hold my cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to fucking do. I'm going to break the unbreakable, dude. Like,
it was also a massive moment for Gaethje. I mean, Gaethje's never had a problem with his cardio, and there was obviously something happening on the night because he was gasping for air after that first
dude,
round.
I think it was just pure pressure.
No, 100%. That adrenaline dump, I think the moment was so big, you know, like the whole world is stopping for this fight.
Yeah.
The UFC's rescheduled the broadcast. You know, like they've made. I mean, Fight Island was technically made for this. The second time around was made for this fight. I mean, it was such a huge moment, and I think it was just putting a lot of pressure on himself. Talking about how the moment he steps in the cage, his mom never has to work again. It changes everyone's lives and whatever. But you just think like maybe like he just put way too much pressure on himself, and it just kind of like all came out in that first round. And everyone thought, I thought that he was going to get a second win in the second round. He just deteriorated, and Khabib saw that and just got on top and just smashed him.
Just absolutely just put the hammer down on him. It was so crazy.
Do you feel like Gaethje was lacking some jiu-jitsu in this fight?
But he does though. That's like his thing. He's not. He'll be the first to admit it. He's like, jiu-jitsu for who?
I think he survives because he's got a decent work rate and his wrestling is really strong. So he's alright against most of the division with his anti-jiu-jitsu. But when he like tired slightly, Khabib could just exploit that. And obviously Khabib will say, oh no, jiu-jitsu, sambo, whatever. But I mean like that mounted triangle that he had there and then the armbar transition, I mean that's jiu-jitsu 101.
Yeah. Because he's kind of like textbook S-mount, traps the arm, puts the leg over, scoops the head, gets that in, like goes for the armbar and actually lets him scramble right into the triangle, and that's it.
100%.
Murder she wrote. And like stock standard under the leg, changes the angle. Fuck, dude, but what a performance. It was actually like, for me afterwards, it was an infuriating performance because he retired.
Yeah.
Because you're like, and it's, look, the only question's always going to be Tony Ferguson. You know, like, was he the style? I don't think he was. In hindsight, looking at what Khabib can do, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, obviously, he was running on emotion and all sorts of other shit, but to see what he can do, like, I mean, if you told me before this fight started that Khabib was going to absolutely break Gaethje like that, I'd be like, you're fucking dreaming, pal.
Yeah,
there's
dude.
absolutely no way that's happening.
And there were like moments in the beginning of the first where you're like, wow, Gaethje's landing that left, and you're like, so he only needs one good one to come in, and you know, it never looked like Khabib was in trouble. Like there was no issue. Like when he took those shots, it was like no issue to take those shots. Yeah, Khabib was on the next level, and you know, like prior to the fight, I was hoping that Gaethje wins, but now when you know the full story, like you're happy that Khabib gets to end it like that, you know?
Yeah, and props to him, dude, for recognizing it and be like, well, there, that group photo, open that photo.
Make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, please, boy. Like my eyes are getting a bit bad. So.
Oaks, it is hot in there. Shit.
It's cooking, dude.
Put my hoodie on.
I don't know how you surviving in that.
I'm okay, dude.
Dagestani hat you got over there.
I'm okay. Don't let the Russians check what we're doing, please, dude. So that dude in the middle, in the maroon golfer there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy.
It comes up like in like he's a manager to Khabib, of kinds. I know he translates and stuff as well.
Maybe he's like just like you said, the team manager.
Yeah, I think that's what he is, dude.
And then Ali does all the negotiations
Yeah.
with. It's so weird, you know.
What's interesting here is neither Islam or Umar is here. I don't quite know why.
I suppose these were the guys who were there for the camp.
Oh, they've been axed.
Oh, I suppose Islam was there for the camp.
Yeah, yeah.
What astounds me is
Does it
It's
say
like-
who's in the photo there? Sorry, dude. Yeah.
Khabib is this
No.
is this really like righteous type of guy, but like he really does hang out with some scumbags though. Like you look at Ali, like Ali's a grade scumbag, right? And then those ACB guys also like
A lot of
sketchy ass guys, dude.
a lot of Chechnyan mafia in there, bro. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's craziness actually.
Dude, I saw
wasn't Ali an FBI informant?
Yeah, dude.
allegedly.
But I mean, there's enough like witnesses to say that he was and type of things he did and whatever.
MMA, dude. Tracked some characters.
Yeah.
I saw a funny video today of wherever they were after their fight, and there's like a chef making 20,000 burgers for obviously this team. And Khabib's like trying to ask him, he's like, he wants a double burger but with cheese. And the chef, I don't know if there's a translation, but he just goes, no.
Oh.
Like, what? Bro, go onto Instagram. Let's see if we can find it actually. It's cock funny, bro. And you can just see him, he's like, okay. He's like, what? Give me my burger, dude.
Like a Arab chef.
I think so. Just I think NAS.
Who am I looking for?
No. It was on.
Definitely don't click on Hey Sunny too.
Yeah. Yes,
Not safe
what
for
is
work.
It's where it's like that the training facility where his camp was. It's like,
Are you not talking about KHK?
no. It's there in Dubai. They set it up for
yeah.
him. Shit, man, what is it? I'll think about it. It'll come to me. I'm trying to think what it's called. I'm sure it was like NAS or SAN or something like that. This could
And
be
if I go
there.
to Khabib,
Yeah, it might be there.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh. No, it doesn't show the photo. Dude, you know what's crazy? Just go down here quickly. Open the photo of him. No, the next one down. Of him with the face off. Dude, look at the views on this, the likes on this picture. Can you see it anyway?
oh yeah, 1.8 million.
Jeez, like it, dude.
Hey?
That's madness.
And the one with his dad standing there? 7.2 million, dude. 7.2 million likes, 195,000 comments.
I mean, is there a
He's
bigger
got 24.5 million followers.
Muslim sports star at the moment?
Never. No ways.
Google.
I don't think there
Google,
has been.
Google Muslim sports stars.
So this dude here, there. Go down. Let's see the at NAS. That's the one. Going to their stories, maybe. I'm sure it was. No,
Nah, too late.
no, man. Well, that I don't know.
It could
Oh,
be-
you know what? You know who posted? Maybe it was Javier Mendez actually, because it's him actually talking in the background. What are you gonna say? Google the top earning Muslim sports stars.
Yeah, or just like the top Muslim sports stars. Khabib must be number one. I don't
this
know.
Video, yeah, good.
I don't know.
No. The video's there, boy. Go to the actual page.
this one.
This one, yeah, dude. This is cock funny. Let's click the volume on.
For sure, move the hand, Rourke.
You see, like freezes. He's like, what?
Could Ali not travel for this fight?
I don't know, dude. That was also weird for me.
Yeah. Seems crazy, dude.
I don't know why he wouldn't be able to. Everyone else is there.
Connor will tell you why he wasn't able to. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is the host. I don't really
is
know
that?
who he is. He's the dude who looks after Khabib's team.
That's a
So
super
was
interesting
that
tree.
Irland? That's all filmed in
Yeah,
infrared.
it's one of those weird desert islands, whatever you call them.
Desert Airlines.
I'll mute it so you guys can watch while you talk.
No, I like the music, dude. You see these guys? Why you put giraffes in the desert, bro? Those things. It's Irland.
Was it Airlines?
looks
Yeah,
like
it was
It's
Airlines.
desert Irland, bro. Google that shit. You guys think I'm crazy?
That's all I wanted to see.
Some
The problem is, like,
dude. That's why I want to go to the. Look how gangster the UAE is, bro. You can have eagles and elands. These dudes don't mess
an
around,
eland
bro.
and a giraffe require a decent amount
check
of
it.
vegetation to.
This isn't the same animal that was in that video.
Yeah, that's a Gemsbok.
It's a Gemsbok. It's an oryx. It's that northern
Yeah.
oryx.
That's like their thing.
Yeah.
Oryx.
Wow.
Pretty badass, dude. Yeah, these boys are not.
This guy's got
Not-
a pretty dope Instagram page.
Yeah, he's the
He's
bomb.
like the UAE Dan Blazerian. Minus the poker and
Minus poker, naked chicks.
Dude, you see, so this I
Weed.
don't know exactly who this guy is, but he, from what I understand, him and this other dude we saw in the video, they set up this sports facility, like this world-class sports facility, and that's where Khabib trains when he's there. But if you go and check, like, all the biggest sports stars in the world have all trained there.
Jeez, like, dude. Go to the top and see what he describes himself as.
There's like Djokovic and all sorts of dudes, like football
Every
stars.
picture has a story, and every story has a moment that I'd love to share with you.
Doesn't show his full name, eh? Just Faz3.
Okay, Google biggest Muslim sports stars.
Is Khabib trying to give us something for 7 days free here?
yeah.
What is that?
What is he giving us?
Is it his website?
What does he get?
The 3-month course by the Star of Mix. What is this? How to become a champion. Whoa.
If I do this, can I be a UFC champion?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what exactly is it like?
Oh, wait, scroll down.
It's like a mentality thing or what?
Where have I landed up?
I have no
I'll
idea.
check
We got spammed hard here, dude. It's obviously like an ebook or something.
Okay.
And this is quite funny. Like Dana was talking about this. Like he's a huge star.
Yeah.
A huge star. Like he was meeting with Putin long before fighters meeting with presidents was cool.
I love that video of
He's
Putin telling his dad to like be chill out on him. Muhammad Ali, okay. Zinedine
Shahid
Zidane, okay.
Afridi, bro.
Okay, Zinedine. Mike
this is a-
Tyson's Muslim.
No, I don't think he
It's
is.
news
eh?
to me, bro.
Yes, yeah. I do not think Mike Tyson's Muslim, dude. Amir Khan. Okay, let's
And,
skip all the cricketers. They went.
Frank Ribéry.
Yes, he's Scarface. That oak.
Dude, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, bro. Yeah, I actually used to give this oak stick, bro. Shahid
Shahid
Afridi,
Afridi.
fair enough. Huge. Janja Khan, fair enough.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, like, in the American culture, like, that's massive. He was massive in their culture.
Imran Khan, huge.
I
Mike
don't think
Tyson.
This guy's a Muslim.
How
He's
is
a retired American professional boxer.
Zinedine
Okay, Zidane was the greatest footballer when he was around, dude.
Also headbutted that dude in the chest.
Muhammad Ali. Yes, he did.
But how are they ranking this though? Is it by earnings?
I don't know. It's
Also, doesn't...
Try and Google two things, bro. Let's check the earnings for UFC 254 and Khabib's net worth, because apparently he makes thick bank, dude.
Yeah. The disclosed amount was one thing, but I'd love to know what the undisclosed amount was.
Little bonuses, eh, boy?
Little Dubai tourism bonus.
Yes, dude. I reckon he came out alright.
Connor's negotiating how many dollars he gets per pay-per-view by Khabib's negotiating how many dollars he gets per entry into Dubai.
Yeah, per entry into Dubai. Is Mike Tyson Muhammad Ali?
This Mike Tyson Muslim.
Whoa, rape sentence pops up straight away.
Converted to Islam and adopted the Muslim name Malik Abdulaziz.
I didn't
I don't
know
think
that,
he
eh?
still is Muslim.
I didn't know that at all.
I don't think he's Muslim.
Did you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast with Roy Jones Jr.,
Mm-mm.
who's got...
Got to fight Mike Tyson soon.
Yeah, he's got citizenship in Russia. What a gangster.
Just,
Russia loves him so much, they're like, you should live here. I love Russia.
it was like when... what was that like crazy basketball player that was friends with Kim Jong-un?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. When he got like North Korean citizenship, and you're like... Why does it say 6.1? The disclosed earning was 10 million, right?
Yeah, I think this is wrong.
Yeah.
It's also got a link to the full fight on this page.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
things are weird. Republicworld.com. For sure you want to check like Forbes or something, dude.
Sports Daily.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Just add daily at the end of anything and it becomes legit immediately.
Oh, so check
Yeah.
that, eh? 6 million.
I
So
thought
where did the 10...
I thought it said 6 million to show 50,000 to win. I was like, oh.
So he got 6 million to show, 50,000 performance of the night, 40,000 fight week incentive pay. Gaethje 440. 400
Not a
to
bad
show,
payday.
40,000 fight week incentive pay.
Rob Whittaker's still making bank, and he's well removed from the being the champion, eh?
But dude, what is a fight week incentive pay? Surely it should just be like what if you
No, it's the Reebok 40 grand title fights.
I hear you.
That is a small amount of money.
I wonder what
Volume
Venom's going to
option.
give these guys, dude. Hey,
Apparently,
There's a
yeah,
snake on it.
yeah.
I hope that-
apparently it's
I
more
hope-
lucrative for the fighters, right?
I
That's
hope
what they're
there's a
saying. So they've
whole
got a
redesign
system.
of the whole Venom look, though. 'cause
Dude,
if
the
they
Venom
walk
looks
out
not
with
that
a snake
bad,
on
eh?
their pants, I'm gonna be
Honestly,
like, gross.
go to Venom's Instagram, dude. Their shit is not bad because they're
Yeah.
gonna be with one as well, eh?
They
honestly, like
they have rebranded properly, dude.
Dude,
Their
it's-
sponsorship of Lomachenko.
They can
is
for
like-
sure send me a one piece, dude. I'll rock that thing. So I
It's
think
got a lot better, dude.
Champion Dolce is like for sure hit me with that one. Dude, their stuff is actually, I promise you, like you can see glimpses of the walkout kits that I would predict you're gonna start seeing.
Alright, look at that.
Tom Calusi, my man.
That seems long.
Why does he have to wear a mask at his computer?
Oh, Warren's a sucker for camos.
Oh yeah, I want
Dude,
one of
like
those.
that's not bad. It's
I want
just
one
like
of those.
when you see that little snake head, you're like, "Ish, I don't know."
And the Loma gear is not bad either,
Yeah,
dude. I was looking at the
good.
Loma gear the other day.
Keep going down, Rocky. You'll see like pictures will pop up of like there. Check the one FC, one championship.
That's
I
still
should say.
not nearly as nice as the Reebok stuff.
But when the Reebok came out, you hated it anyway.
The Reebok
Everyone
stuff,
hated
the
it.
first iteration of the Reebok stuff was so shit, dude.
I don't think that's bad at all, dude.
Yeah.
I think it does the job. It looks, to me, this kind of look reminds me of like Ultimate Fighter look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the red and the blue. You know what I mean? But it's not bad, dude. It's definitely not bad.
When
I
do you
like
think we'll see
how-
this?
I like how
When-
Venom's
it's
taking
next year
like
sometime.
a backseat on the branding, like just on the sleeve or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Look, they're gonna get prime brand exposure on the cage in the ring.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
How
they
does
don't,
that? Yeah. How
they
that
don't need to put it
converts
all
to-
over the clothing.
How that converts to sales and stuff is going to be very interesting.
Hopefully, they make like the actual fan gear, like the jerseys and the pants and the whatever, like way more affordable than what Reebok had them. When Reebok came out, it was like $95 a jersey, dude. More expensive to buy an MMA jersey than it was to buy a Premier League jersey. You know,
Sure.
at least get
But
on the same.
The UFC does a lot of that stuff themselves now.
No, but I'm saying,
50
remember, like, if you
million.
wanted, like, when Gareth first got into the UFC, everyone wanted to like try and like support him with the McClellan shit.
Sure.
But at $95 US, it was
And
like,
then like $45 just to get it, yeah.
yeah, it was like that's not happening, dude. No one's buying that shirt, you know. Like at least bring it in at like $60. Like how much is a football jersey? At
There
the moment?
was
Well,
also
like a
no
grand,
gear
I
for
guess.
sale.
Yeah.
You would think that the they're now making fight gear that they would sell fight gear, but you could never buy any of the stuff you saw in the UFC.
Yeah, they never like bought into MMA. Like they were the sponsor of the UFC, but they never made things for the MMA fan and athlete. I mean, like there were some Reebok gloves that you could buy, but they were so shit. No one's gonna buy them. And then like there's no shorts. You couldn't really buy shorts. You couldn't buy anything, dude. That whole combat range was like kind of like more CrossFit-y than anything else.
Yeah. Took the zips off.
Cool. Let's.
I think I might have just
2021. Yeah. You just signed us up to free Venom gear for a year. Pass that water bottle, please, dude. Let's check the rest of that card, Rock, when you're done there.
Let's have a look.
Yes,
Because
that one
it was
chick
good
got a
card.
gnarly fucking nose break
Yeah,
slash
that elbow to the nose.
laceration, dude.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, well, I almost called a perfect evening on.
Almost doesn't count.
How much money did you win? In the end.
450 rand.
So did I. I won $452.
Or for 25 rand.
I
bet.
had
No,
completely
happy.
forgotten that I made a bet. My picks, I went 5 for 5. Been a while. You must listen to me when you want to bet. And I won an extra $500
Hold on.
because me and my
I
mate
went like-
made a bet.
Oi, nice.
Because you like asked me, you know, like someone messaged me, like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, dude, I'd really like to see Gaethje win just because it mixes things up. But I think Khabib's going to get it done. And he's
Yeah.
like, no ways, Gaethje's going to win. I bet you 500 rand right now.
It's
I
crazy
was
that
like, cool, bro.
Gaethje has a serious like aura about him that he's coming in there to fuck Khabib up, dude.
I think if it was anybody else in the world, it was Gaethje's night, bro.
Dude, like when Poirier fought Khabib, everyone's like, "Oh, I hope he wins," but he's definitely not going to.
Yeah,
win,
yeah.
Right?
When-
But when Gaethje came, everyone's like, "Fuck, this guy's going to do the business," you know?
Yeah.
Like everyone was thinking that he was going to win.
I think because everyone still thinks Poirier is a featherweight. You like?
Where's the
picture him
card
as a
you had?
small
No,
person.
no, dude. You had the whole card up there, no, no.
It was beautiful. This works.
Okay, it works.
Nah, right.
I way preferred the card though. That was pretty gangster.
This one.
No,
No,
that's
you had
Ferguson,
all
bro.
the picks. It was like one of those Dana White
It was,
posts.
no, yeah, it was actually the actual card that the UFC
Yeah.
puts out. You could have just gone to my Instagram, but anyway, let's not make it complicated. That I went back to watch Nathaniel Wood, Casey Kenny, because we were also
Yeah.
like talking shit and when that was on, so I wasn't really concentrating. But it was a fucking cracker.
It was a good
dude.
fight.
Jeez.
But Kenny definitely won that.
Yeah,
fight,
yeah, yeah,
dude.
no,
It was like
hundreds.
no two ways about it. But yeah, that definitely was deserving. of a fight
Cannonier, I
night.
think Cannonier won that fight as well, dude.
Oh, Rourke.
Cannonier had won that fight. My evening would have been a lot better.
Did you say he won round one, right?
No, I
No,
didn't say
I
anything.
was
He
saying that.
Uh,
I was saying it after every round. I was like, I think that's
uh,
Cannonier, right?
Because he broke his arm in round one, right? The first kick of the
Look, I
fight, he
think-
broke his arm.
I think
Broke his arm.
the first round was
Whittaker threw a kick, Cannonier blocked the kick, and then he got one of those green stick fractures on his ulnar.
epic.
So he fought almost 3 full rounds with the broken arm,
Cannonier
and then almost got the job done in round 3, dude.
He's a savage, dude.
Yeah,
He went to sleep and came back up and almost knocked Whittaker
for sure.
out.
Drop those crystals in the bones, though.
I think he needs more. He needs a better combo.
They obviously didn't charge those things
Yeah.
before the fight.
But yeah, there was some fun fights on the prelims. I love this. Can you zoom in, boy? Is it? I don't know
No,
if it
you
will
asked
let
me to go to your Instagram. I can't
But
do
that's
that.
okay. The dude from Kazakhstan with the cool hat. And
Oh yeah,
he's 13-0 now. Hey?
Dude, I was saying-
Rachmanov.
I was
I-
saying
I
to
th-
Don's like, yeah, this guy's from Kazakhstan. But when they announced him, he was from.
Dagestan.
They said fighting out of Dagestan. So you know your country must be like quite gnarly. If your upgrade was Dagestan, dude, you left your country to go to Dagestan. Like what's up with that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but it's probably just like a training thing, I guess. But the dude's a real deal, and he's a
Jesus,
monster. He's
bro.
huge, eh?
He smashed Oliveira, dude. He smashed Oliveira.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a dude to keep your eyes on. For sure, I want one of those.
Undefeated
squirrel
as
hats.
well, right?
Yeah, he's 13-0. I think.
That squirrel hat's epic.
Dude, I fucking and you know he killed that thing with
If
his bare hands,
Khabib's passing the torch, that's the guy to pass it
Yeah,
to, my
dude.
man.
I'm telling you now, right now, that oak ran barefoot over mountains. Whatever, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a squirrel or a badger or whatever the fuck.
I think it's a badger, dude.
Dagestani badger grabbed the thing by its throat with his hands, wrung its neck, and then just pulled it over his head. And it was like,
Jesus,
fuck
bro.
yes.
Have you ever seen that video of that kid being like he hunted his first antelope in like the Eastern Cape or something like
Yeah.
that, dude?
In the Caribbean.
And they like initiated him, Dude, I was scarred watching that, dude. They like caped the animal and then like hung it over him like a jersey
It
and
was
like
the stomach, wasn't it? They
Oh.
They drained it, or the large intestine.
it was
They drained it
brutal,
and they
dude.
Cut holes in the side and one at the top.
Oof.
And he's like,
It was
he
brutal.
He's like 10 years old. And they just pull the large intestine over his head and you gotta wear it like a shirt.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
have you listened to that Paul Saladino episode on Joe Rogan
No.
where they're
Good, eh?
eating raw liver
It's flipping good.
and they talk about eating raw liver that's been washed in bile? I
Oh.
was like,
Yeah, it's a bit
guys,
far.
this is-
We
It's a
watched
bit
the
far.
meat
Yeah,
eater
this is
one where he
taking a
poured
turn.
the gallbladder over the
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
that's
talking
the bile.
about that as well. I was
Um,
like, oh, not for me, dude.
I've eaten raw liver. It's not so bad, but the bile part, oosh,
I'm also, yeah.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm also not going to be rushing to eat raw liver, if I'm
Nah.
honest.
It
No,
didn't taste it didn't taste that bad.
Well, it's not that far
It's
off
just the
cooked
texture,
liver,
I
right?
think, though.
It tastes like fruit.
It's a bit sluggish. Like it's like you're eating a slug when you do it like
But the
raw.
flavor is like almost like a fruit, kind of.
Yeah.
A fruit.
It's quite fruity. Like it's
Very
it's-
irony because obviously it's just been cut out of an animal. You're like,
So I
"Ish."
reckon then you've
It's a little
definitely
bit
you've got to step it up. You got to step it up a little and get some.
I think we need to change that
bile over
initiation when Al comes with us. I think we should do it like in the field. You shoot
You're
shoot the
supposed to
animal,
do it in the
shoot the
field.
animal. We cut the liver out there and then.
No, you
eat
got to
it
cut
there
it.
and
You
then.
got to get to it with your teeth.
Oh my
Lots
goodness,
of
dude!
most guys do.
Ugh.
Our hunting partner's video of when his son killed his first impala. Now how old is Ian?
He's 8.
This kid looks like you can see stoked he's got this animal. Then you see the realization on his face when his dad's pulled the liver out and starts cutting bits off, and he's like, "Oh no!"
And his dad's Andre's like, you have to eat it. It's part of the tradition. He eats it. I can't eat papa. He's crying.
Shame. Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
man.
be me. I can't eat papa. Please don't make me do it.
But I think the only reason we weren't doing it in the field is because we want to mix Jägermeister into the whole equation as well.
Yes, my brother's the worst.
You
This,
got a little
that-
blood with Jägermeister.
We all like
flavor.
serious hunters. Like we're just there for the hunting part, right? My brother's probably the most successful hunter because he just shoots he always gets the great opportunities, right? But he's also the hardest drinker as well. And he's like, he wants to make us drink every time. We're like, "Eesh, I don't know, so much. He's like, that's it. And he's always like, whoever manages to kill the first antelope makes all the rules for the weekend. And everyone's like scattering to try and get this thing. But he's guaranteed within an hour, he's already on the board. And we're like, oh,
We had
That's the
because
weekend
there,
gone, dude.
for him it's like whatever antelope walks in.
yeah.
We're like, "Oof."
Yeah, he's got like ridiculous money. He doesn't care, right? We like counting pennies.
We're trying to use the balance to measure the horn length on the
Someone
impala.
holds a ruler.
I don't know, Roke. I don't know if I can afford that.
I'm like, yes, Rock, that thing's looking
No,
expensive.
Greg's
man.
just like, Gish!
So this one time an impala, not impala, so he's gonna shoot he's come to shoot this giraffe. The farm had too many, so there was a special on them. So he's gonna shoot a giraffe, and there's like a special place you have to shoot a giraffe because apparently its skin's quite thick and like its shoulders quite big.
It's not quite a pachyderm, but it's like quite a thick skin.
So the best place to shoot is at the front, and there's even like a little shape that shows you where. So now he's like, no, he wants to like make sure he gets it right. So this Inyala walks in and faces him. He's like, I'm gonna take a practice shot on the Inyala.
Inyalas aren't cheap either, dude.
So he
like,
sinks the shot on the Inyala like one time, right? So he's like, no, now I make the rules. Warren and I shared, it was 14 shots split in half between you and me because you didn't shoot 7 jackals.
yeah.
And I did the 7 shots because Warren asked me and I said I didn't know when he could. So then we had to do 7 shots for each jackal.
Yeah, and that was just the beginning of the punishment, dude. I walked out there like 16 shots down. Rourke was 14 shots. Rourke was sleeping on a stair, like throwing up. We were scared. There was flipping a hyena at our back door the one night, and Rourke sleeping in the outside in the pitch dark with his hyena somewhere roaming the area.
Fortunately, it was the last night. I don't think I would have been able to operate.
Just
did.
triangle.
I hate drinking on those hunting things, dude. I literally, it's like the one part I completely hate.
So yeah, back to UFC 254.
Yes. And it all started with the badger hat,
Yeah, well,
We don't waffle.
you win some, you lose some. But yeah, there was even the prelims were pretty juicy, eh?
Hold on, back to 254. Talking about drinking. Bam Bam, two of us went tits up this weekend.
Please go there. Please go there if it's still there, dude.
He's
Go
like,
to
don't-
his
His post-fight
Instagram.
thing, he's like, yeah, I couldn't do a shoey because of the alcohol issue in the stadium.
There's no alcohol, yeah.
So what did he do? He went back to his flipping hotel room and got literally shit-faced the whole weekend. There's just video after video of him just drinking and being absolutely smashed.
Don't judge me. Everyone's pissed the bed.
Check, he's got, whoa, story gone. Oh wait, it's there. This is the one. Thank you for not putting on your stories, Bam Bam. What a legend. This guy's sweating, dude. Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
What a legend.
Looks like he's solo partying at that stage.
Yeah.
But he latches onto Michael Chiesa somewhere later in the weekend, dude, and they party together.
Do you think he's like...
I thought he was wearing pants. That's his legs.
Yeah. There's a couple of beers in the background there already, eh?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, the video with him and Chiesa was great.
Was it in his stories?
The mad thing is he was showing these like shoeys and everything like fight week. Did you see that? They brought out this like full...
Yeah. There were some dudes there.
Yeah, and he was showing them how to do
remember who they were.
shoeys and everything like pre-weigh-in.
He wasn't doing it though. He was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like talking them through. Fuck, that was quality, eh? I thoroughly enjoyed that video.
Old Donny Madge's mate.
He's an animal, this dude.
Yeah, I think he might have to calm it down if he wants to win a UFC title.
Yeah, I don't think he's there to win
Yeah,
titles,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. I think he's there to just
He's
get
there
paid,
to like
dude.
make money and have a good laugh, dude.
I don't think he survives in the UFC much longer, to be honest.
It's
I
sad
just
because
don't
he's
see
such a good character, dude.
Yeah. But I think that's why he's still there.
Yeah.
Because he was, what? He lost 3 in a row? Maybe 4
Well,
in
he
a row?
didn't he headline against Dos Anjos?
Looks like the juggernaut, bro.
I'm almost sure he's married to Tyson Pedro's sister, or he's married to like one of his family
Possibly.
members, dude.
I love that. Panthers.
Oh,
that
man.
is intense. I swear we're gonna get through the card eventually.
Yeah, back to the
Oh,
card, back to the
damn,
card.
man. What a gangster.
Oh, man.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, man, it must be so devil to be one of their mates.
I'd like to see him in a room with like Fisher.
Have you ever listened to the Half-Cast podcast?
Yeah.
With Tyson
Yeah.
and him? Oh my goodness,
Bro,
dude.
you know what my best was? The one that they're like sitting there and they've obviously got lapel mics on, but for whatever reason they've sat with this sort of mic setup and they're like talking, and then like Bam Bam just gets up and goes and starts brying something. And Tyson's like, well, I guess we don't fucking need these then. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
And
It's
it's so
pretty
like
good,
sporadic,
though.
dude. It's
Yeah.
like once every 5 months.
It's pretty good though. They're pretty funny dudes. Anyway,
Okay.
Ankalaev fucking put a beating on my boy.
Kutalaba I mean, he should have wished that this thing was cancelled one more time, bro, because
Dude.
they'd have got a hiding.
Yes, he got slept.
They looked like they were in different leagues, dude. Like it looked like Ankalaev was UFC material and Kutalaba was just making his debut type of thing.
Who beat Ankalaev? It was Paul Craig.
Yeah.
It was the triangle there.
Yeah.
The dying seconds.
Yeah, like 4 minutes 59.
He
round
beat
three.
the snot out of Paul Craig and then got triangle.
Dude, the only way to describe it is he got fucked up, dude. Like, absolutely, and then like just caught this. You got 1 second to survive, dude. 1 second. The latest submission in UFC history.
But if you get slept with that, you still win the fight if the bell goes, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know, dude. That's pretty grey. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
You can't be saved by the bell. You can't.
What I'm saying is, imagine it goes ding, and then you like out, right?
Doses. Yeah, I don't know. That's
Yeah, I
a good
don't
question,
know.
actually.
It's a very good question.
If only we had a qualified ref to ask. And then it was Khabib's younger brother. I mean, sister. No, I'm joking. That lady's got a horrible haircut, though.
Dude, what's up with Lauren Murphy calling for a title shot, though? Like,
Well, dude, she's ranked number 4.
bring up her record. She's like, the next time I come into this cage, I'm fighting for the title. It's like, I don't know about that.
Dude, she's proper like ranked number 4. Dude, that the chick that she fought, this Shakarova, has got a pretty gnarly story as well, because she's from Uzbekistan, and obviously MMA was illegal there for so long. Because they're from like a taekwondo gym or something like that. Became legal. I'm trying to remember the story. She was at like some tournament or something, was provoked, and like a whole fight broke up between the two teams, and she got banned for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's why she's apparently like the UFC would have signed her ages ago, but because of that shit, she was being sidelined. They reckon she's the real deal though. But Lauren Murphy fucking slaughtered her.
So it looks like she's on at least a 3-fight win streak there.
But she
Maybe
was,
I'm wrong.
She was ranked.
Maybe I'm
She was
wrong.
ranked number 4 before this fight, dude.
Maybe I'm wrong.
She's just been operating.
Who did Caitlin Chukagian fight the other day?
Andrade.
Andrade. I mean, surely Andrade gets the next crack at it.
Yeah, she's number 1 contender. Lauren Murphy, number 5. She moved down a spot after her win. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
But everybody's moved down here. Oh, because
Andrade took the lead.
Andrade is there.
But I don't think the rankings have been updated yet from this weekend, eh?
Probably not, eh?
Because surely Murphy leapfrogs Cavillo
Yeah, she must.
and maybe Maya.
Well, Jennifer Maya fights for the title next. So yeah, dude, Lauren Murphy's not far off, dude. I think Lauren Murphy will still fight Cynthia Cavillo. That'll be the number 1 contender. But
So
no,
is
dude,
Maya definitely fighting Shevchenko
yeah,
next?
yeah, that's happening.
I hate it.
Nobody's jumping line to fight Shevchenko, dude.
Well, I hated like Andrade's statement. She's like, "Yeah, I think I could do okay against Shevchenko.
Like, no,
like
fuck.
I think I could survive."
Did you see when they
It's
asked?
like, no, you don't want to survive. You want to fight. You need to smash this chick, dude.
Did
Like,
you see when they asked Rob Whittaker about fighting Adesanya?
yeah, he's like, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah, he's like, that's a fucking hard fight.
But I love
least
how,
he's
I love how
honest,
like
dude.
honest Rob is. He's like when Israel knocked out to Porsche, he's like, man, that was great. I hate the guy, but man, that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, he's like, yeah. He like freezes for a minute and he's like, that's a hard fight.
Yes, bro, he got slept by Israel, dude.
But I
The
think
problem is Israel's on a knockout tear at the moment.
Yeah,
dude,
but I think-
against all the best guys.
I think
like,
Whittaker's like that loss to Adesanya's like reinvented him, bro.
Yeah.
He looks like a different animal. But I don't see.
I did get a bit gnarly from at the end of that last round, dude.
Yeah. I just don't see Adesanya taking that rematch, to be honest. I don't see it.
There's not much happening in that middleweight division, though. Hey, look at that ranking, right? Cannonier's out now. Costa's just lost.
Yeah.
Hermansson's probably your next
He fights
best.
Darren Till next. I think if Darren Till gets a win, they're going to give him a title shot.
Well, I think if Hermansson gets a win, he gets a title
Yeah.
shot, dude. That's super interesting.
I think Israel will beat the brakes off of Jack Hermansson, dude.
Yeah.
I think
If a Manson can't get it to the ground, dude, he's gonna get absolutely
to be honest,
slaughtered.
like stylistically, I think the best fight there is still Adesanya. I think Adesanya still beats him, but
Yeah, I think Adesanya sleeps Till, dude. I love Till, and I love watching Till. I love his like personality, but I think Adesanya sleeps him, dude.
so I think he jumps ship there, bro. I think he goes to light heavy.
Who, Adesanya?
Yeah, they're talking about him fighting Jan Blachowicz even, dude. Which is not a bad fight.
All he wants is that John Jones fight.
Yeah, yeah. Why has he got a picture of Corey Anderson on his page? Darren,
No, that's not.
what would
He
Jesus
just
do?
posted this. He didn't have a caption or anything.
He just posted the picture of Corey Anderson.
Yeah.
That is so strange.
Dude, this like goes on a rampage though, hey?
Wasn't
Like
Corey Anderson was calling for a fight in the UFC the other day?
But he's in Bellator now.
Yeah, I
right?
was like, sorry, dude.
Doesn't work like
I
that.
don't know if you know.
Even Chris Cyborg was calling for
Yeah.
cross promotion fights. Dude, I don't want to, like Chris is a savage, but that chick she fought, dude, what the heck?
But
That Arlene
that's-
Blencow, like,
that's Bellator for you, though. It starts getting a bit dicey.
Maybe at 4 a.m.
Yes, boy. My boy got some moves, eh?
I
Dude,
love the
Darren-
caption when it's fight and you don't have to be up at
Yeah.
4 a.m. to catch them.
Yeah, I
He's
saw
17
like some American dudes like, what the fuck is up with these times? I'm like, listen here,
the rest of the world
listen here.
caters
to me.
pandas to yokes. Just chill out.
We have been waking up for years. What does it say?
Happy Friday to everyone apart from Khamzat.
What, bro? Look at me just posting.
That's actually like a fight in
Yeah.
the sense that it would be a big European fight.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
big European-based fighters
Oh,
going
yeah.
head
For
to
sure, only do it when you can go back to Europe, so we don't have to wake up.
No, 100%.
Love this caption. Happy.
Darren Till is a legend.
Dude, if Till had to fight Adesanya, I think Instagram would implode. It would just be too
It would just
vigorous.
crash. It would just crash. What is this one? When you finally find your perfect man who just so happens to be an old millionaire with a heart condition. Amazing.
Okay, back to the card.
Yeah, let's just finish
Okay,
up
so
this
let's,
card. Well,
let's skip old Lauren Murphy and
Malcolm
Yeah.
versus Horse. Yeah, shame
I
we
found this one-
overlooked that Malkoon guy.
Shout out to Lyle Karam. Told us we were making.
that I got dulled, bro.
We were
That's a
making a
technical term.
mistake.
That I got literally smashed.
Yeah, you hit him with the $1-2, bro.
I don't know how those oaks got into the main card though.
Because of the fights that fell off.
Surely
Islam.
you upgrade Oliveira and Mr. Kazakhstani up onto that
Yeah,
main card.
but you know how those things go. It's all there to get ESPN plus views and stuff. So they try and keep the fights juicy down there.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I thought that was weird.
And it probably also costs a lot less to have them on the main card.
Mm.
They're like, we're putting you on the main card. You're gonna get lots of views, but the money's staying the same. Okay. Okay.
That Phil Hawes guy fights out of Sanford, right?
Animal.
Yes, he
Animal.
smoked that guy. Dude.
Animal. Also, for sure, 4-0 straight into the UFC. You're like,
Dude, remember,
may the force be
remember
with
like,
you, pal.
I think it was back in the Ultimate Fighter when like Amir Sadola was in that cast, right? And he was coming in with no pro record. And like at that stage, like guys coming in at 4-0, like it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But to come in 4-0 into the UFC now is like an absolute no-no, bro.
Dude.
Like that is, doesn't matter how good you are now. You can't. The times have changed. Like you need way more experience at the highest level before you can hop on into the UFC.
And you know, bro, like I don't think it's much of a secret. The guys coming through the Contender Series are always going to be given like a slightly better shake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to say like, and people always get this wrong. It's not that he's not getting a layup. He's not getting an easy fight or anything
He's
like
not
that.
playing a tomato can.
You know what I'm saying? It's just there's no easy fights in the UFC, but they are going to be slightly more favorable to. That's what they want. I mean, they want these guys. They want the show to work.
They've
you know
already
what I mean?
invested money in
Exactly.
like creating this
Exactly.
star.
So they're always going to get a bit more push. They're always going to get a bit more limelight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So unfortunately, that's the way it goes. And I think young fighters coming up, need to start to understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like look at Don's fight, for example. Everything was Tay Edwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
The whole talk of the town was I think even he started believing it, but he was like, yeah, fuck, this is my layup.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I mean, who the fuck is South Africa? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cruise through, and I can tell you, Marcus Perez probably felt the same way about Drickus, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? You hear all of these numbers and stats, and you're like, cool, but this is a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a different. Marcus Perez walked in with like a different air about him, like nonchalant. You know what I mean? He's like, oh fuck, this is just another day.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to know as a fighter, if you're going to be facing a contender series, dude, like it's going to be hard going. Do you ever watch the contender series?
Yeah, I do.
Dude, there is some fucking high level shit going down there.
100%, dude.
'Cause, you know, we're into season 4 now, so like I know this is going to be the fucking weirdest segue, but if you've ever watched MasterChef,
Oh, I love MasterChef.
remember the first MasterChef, like the final was the Crockenbush, dude, the macaroon tower.
Yeah.
That was fucking mind blowing.
That's
That's like by
Adriano
season-
Zumba's
yeah, exactly.
Crockenbush.
But by fucking season 9, that's what you have to make just to get into the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%,
That's the
dude.
way it escalates.
Yeah.
So, like him, again, fucking weird segue. I just feel like that's what's happening in Contender Series. Guys are preparing for the Contender Series. You know what I mean? It's not just like you're getting signed up.
Yeah.
You're planning for it, and you're training for it, and you're camping for it. You know
No,
what I mean?
100%,
Like
dude.
it's hardcore now, and the talent coming through is hardcore, and that's the gateway. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the guys are getting ready for it. So it's fuck, dude.
Just to
it's-
push back on the MasterChef
Yeah.
thing, right?
Dude, don't get me started.
That's epic, dude.
Dude, the best shit ever.
100%.
Best shit
Dude,
ever.
Rourke's cousin lived in Australia, and she went to go and meet Adrian Zumba. I was like, oh, he's like a superstar. Like,
Yeah.
how did you get to meet this? Like, no, I love MasterChef.
Yeah, it's good shit.
But you have to watch the Australian one. The local
No,
one.
the others are all cuck. Only the Australian one. Others all cuck.
Don't watch it when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what the thing is when you watch MasterChef, much like watching fighting, is the next day you think you're the fucking MasterChef. You're like fucking straight, dude. I'm gonna make a jus here. I'm gonna get some.
I'm gonna
roast-
sous vide this
Yeah,
piece of meat, and I'm gonna.
Anybody you're hitting up on your I love Edenvale. Anybody got a water bath for me? I just want to make some sous vide lamb chops. That's what happens,
Oh,
bro.
man.
That's what happens.
And you fuck it up once, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not on that level.
Oh fuck, Volkov Harris.
That was good,
pretty
dude.
nice.
Volkov was just too good for Harris.
Dude, he's an animal. He's an animal.
Volkov had a little speed wobble somewhere in the middle there, but he's back on track, dude. That Oak's,
He's a problem, dude. In that
dude, that
heavyweight
Oak's going to be a
division,
heavyweight champion at some stage, dude. Like, seriously. Provided John Jones doesn't get there before him.
Dude, that
I feel like this could be a Gustafsson situation all over
yeah,
again, dude.
God, that front kick to the solar plexus was gnarly.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was absolutely gnarly. That is like, besides having my nose broken, that's like one of my biggest fears. You know, it's like even like in a street fight, somebody kicks me in the solars, dude.
Yeah,
You
dude.
rendered useless. Bro. It's the worst fucking
Yeah.
feeling in the world. Remember, like,
Everyone's so worried about getting their nose broken. It's not that bad.
bro, it freaks me out. It's just from rugby.
His brother literally said the same thing to me today. His brother was like, yeah, I think I'm going to have a fight. And I was like, oh, awesome. He's like, I just want to get my nose broken. I was like, what are you talking? Like, it's like the last thing you have to worry about, dude. Like, it's barely, it won't stop you. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Dude, you know what the thing is, like in rugby, I smashed my nose so many times and I hated it, but it was the worst feeling in the world. Because especially because you got to carry on going and you're like,
but I think it's a bit different in fighting, right?
no, for sure.
It's like way more prominent in fighting.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
kind
get
of
your
like-
nose broken. It's like, dude, when I got my nose broken, the cornerman came in and he's like, the cutman came in and he's like, do you want me to fix it? I was like, yeah, fix it. And then he's like, he moved it and like, because it was a double break, this whole piece in the middle was like floating. So he moves like, no, I can't fix it for you. I was like, okay, just carry on, dude. Like, it's not that bad. Like when it's happening, you know something's wrong, but it's not
Yeah.
like, you don't know like the extent of the damage.
You just know your face is
I'm sure if you got your jaw broken, it'd be a different story, bro.
Yeah, that would suck a lot.
Yeah,
That would suck a lot.
Didn't,
eating through a straw for 6
Shame,
weeks.
didn't Billy Oosthuizen break? What's the guy's name? Peter the Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he break his nose flat?
Peter
after-
Leclerc.
Yeah. It broke his nose flat.
I don't think it was
after knocking
flat.
him out.
I think it was a bad break, but I don't think it was flat.
But yeah, imagine you go unconscious.
No
with
nose
a
broken.
with a whole nose, and you wake up with a broken one.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
man.
suck. That's definitely gonna suck.
Can't match the gnarly Craig Nino nose break, dude.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
dude.
It's hard to watch even now, dude. We're like well separated from that.
That and the old Mark Perry, hey, the zigzag.
Oh, that was also gnarly, dude. Jeez.
Dude, you know how funny that was? Like, I somehow, I don't know what had happened. We had like a bend the night before, and I was watching the fights on the Sunday, and I passed out. And I had actually didn't know what had happened. And my wife wakes me up. She's like, "Look at this dude's face." She's like, she's like, what do you think happened? I'm like, that is a knee. 100% that's a knee. It can only be a knee.
Just, bro.
And he's, oh, dude, that was
Knee or elbow, dude.
hard to watch, dude.
Knee or elbow. Those things, that was super gnarly.
Whittaker Cannonier, we spoke about, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whittaker dominated, but
Great fight, dude.
definitely got,
He got his
It's
leg
just-
chewed up in the first as well, dude.
yeah.
Badly.
But he has he's got that like little bit of like a karate stance when he's like standing there.
Yeah.
You know, he's like quite like, his hips are like quite heavily rotated inwards.
Rock, see if you can find the stats for that fight, because it was actually like it was super dominant, dude.
Yeah.
Like
The head strikes was
super
like
dominant.
like all Whittaker head strikes, but then
Yeah.
all
Yeah, I think Cannonier landed like 22 leg kicks and like 9 head strikes or something. Like
yeah,
that.
I don't think in the right spot there, dude.
Just go back and just hit images, dude. The stat zone is pretty legit, to be honest. It should come up like one of those screens,
Nope.
like the UFC sort of.
Isn't it Fight Metric?
That's right.
Well, we can tell you for free that it was total domination.
Yes, yeah. Rourke was really hoping that Cannonier was going to win. Really hoping.
I actually didn't mind either or.
Rourke was really hoping that Gaethje was going to win.
That is completely true. We'd just love to watch the disappointment in Khabib's eyes. But
He's quite
It's upsetting me a little bit, eh?
guy here,
How
dude.
dare you, bro? I'm here in my papaka, you dissing my boy. You're making me angry.
here we go.
85% head landed, 32%.
Well, what were the actual numbers though?
Yeah. Well, here's how many strikes landed in round 1?
25 of 56, 19 of 29.
It's a little bit weird to look at it like
yeah,
that.
this is strange. I don't care for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
The numbers were grossly in Whittaker's favor.
Yeah.
And Khabib
Until he got a little
obviously-
bit of stanky leg there in round 3. But
Hey.
Yeah. And the Khabib fight we spoke about.
yeah. Super
Yeah.
dominant.
Sad to see Khabib go.
But also really exciting.
It is really exciting because
Well,
now you got.
have you seen the flipping Instagrams just floating around about the lightweight division at the moment, eh?
So you've got Poirier, McGregor, Michael Chandler, Gaethje, Ferguson, Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
Top 6. It's fucking.
That's a pretty decent group of oaks,
What do you
dude.
think they're gonna do? I think they're gonna
Half.
make Poirier McGregor for the title.
100%, dude. That's definitely. The only problem is it's still quite a bit of a wait. You still got 3 months of no champion.
Well, the bigger question is, what do you do with Gaethje? He's got to fight Michael Chandler. That's the only option.
I don't
you
know.
You could do. Chandler needs a proper test before he earns his title shot. So you could do Ferguson
gotta
versus Chandler,
What do you do with Gaethje?
Gaethje versus Hooker.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
you can't do Ferguson and Gaethje again,
but
right?
like Gaethje he was the interim champ, just fought Khabib. Now he's got to go all the way back to number 6. That just seems strange.
Yeah, but I
Dan
mean,
Hooker versus Ferguson is a fight for me, dude.
yeah, that's gonna be a gnarly fight, dude.
Yeah, that's a
There's
fight I
gonna be
want to see.
plenty bloodshed.
I would,
there.
if it was me, Dan Hooker versus Tony Ferguson, Gaethje versus Chandler, Poirier versus McGregor. Or you can sideline Gaethje and just say that he will fight for the vacant title, but one of those guys is going to put their hands up to fight him. I don't know, dude. But
It's so difficult, dude. It's like
we all know that Khabib versus. I mean,
the problem
McGregor
is,
versus
right?
Poirier is going to be for the bacon.
The problem is like he didn't actually even feature in that title fight, right?
Yeah.
So the argument for giving him the shot again is so difficult, dude.
It
Because
is
it's
difficult,
like it's like you didn't. And I love Gaethje, dude. I'd love to see him get a title, dude. But like, you can't get another title shot off that performance, dude. Like that moment was way too big for him.
But I think that's exactly how they're going to justify Poirier versus McGregor for the title.
See, Charles Oliveira's in the top 60 as well, dude.
Did you see? He's like the forgotten entity, eh? Did you see Ferguson? And he was like going on about something. He's like, says to Dana White, he's like, "Why do you fucking hate me?"
Oh yeah, I saw that, dude.
Jeez, bro.
Yes, you want to
Take it easy,
you want a
my
quick
man.
ticket out of this organization, dude.
Take it easy, bro.
Dude.
What do you guys? This is the one last thing I wanted to chat about, because it was obviously the big talk of the town today about the GOAT status. Who is the GOAT? Why? And like a lot of people were going like, this is why rankings are so shit and whatever. For me personally, and I think I put it out straight away as he was giving his speech. For me, the best to ever do it, because no popped test. If you know what I mean,
Yeah, dude.
you have to define a champion by more than what goes on inside the cage.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? What that person stands for, what they do outside of the cage, how they carry themselves. And I mean, look, Khabib is no angel. I mean, obviously his blemish would be the McGregor thing, but I think
that's almost like
it's a
super peripheral, right?
yeah, but it's also way easier to forgive because of what was said to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was that broke out of pride.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, right? I was thinking about it the other day. I was actually thinking about it today. It's like John Jones has been quite vocal about he can't be the pound for pound number one
Because of the number of title defenses.
Yeah. But then you have to also put into perspective, like, there's been nothing that's blemished his actual performance. Like, he's had a clean career, 29 fights, never been popped for any steroids.
And he's lost one round, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, his style wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but it was super dominant. No one even came close to solving the riddle.
Yeah.
Right. They knew what he was going to do. He did it anyway. So like he definitely has to be up in that GOAT status. I still think George St. Pierre's in that conversation. I know he wasn't undefeated, but I think he's still in that conversation.
Yeah, but do you have to be undefeated to be considered?
100%. I don't think you have to be.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
And I think
It's about your whole like body of work.
Yeah.
Like, who did you beat? How did you beat them?
and who's
When
your
did you
boss?
beat them?
That's my only thing with Khabib, right? Is barring, say, his last 4 or 5 fights, that was like, no one's going to remember Michael Johnson.
But
Like, no one's
that's
going to
but
remember
that's
Daryl Horcher.
but that's a
But
staggered test, though, dude.
But
Yeah.
you've got, if you look, so I don't know if Jones could either, but if you look at Jones's resume,
Yeah.
it's
This is
fucking impressive.
always the argument, bro.
You got like Cormier.
Okay,
Teixeira,
go
Gustafsson,
right back to the
Sonnen,
beginning, bro.
Belfort, Evans, Machida. He's beaten like all of the greats.
But you could also make the argument that Khabib did it in the most difficult division in the UFC. It's got the most fights assigned to the roster. It's got like superstars left, right, and center. Yes, he didn't fight everyone that was a superstar at lightweight, but like everyone that got put in front of him, he dealt with fairly easily. And the problem is he might have been the guy that broke those guys. Michael Johnson was on a tear at one stage. He was
he was
starching
a savage,
everyone,
dude.
dude. He was on such a tear. Khabib fucking ruined his life. And there's a couple of guys on that list that were like really doing well until they got to Khabib, dude.
And you've also got to consider like the most recent body of work where Khabib's getting better. I don't think we can say the same for Jones. He's hanging on.
Yeah.
In his last few fights, he's been hanging on. Thiago Santos, hanging on. Dominic Reyes, some people believe he lost that fight, dude. You know what I'm saying? So you're
Saint
not
Peru wasn't great.
exactly. You're not delivering the same body of work. You know what I mean? Justin Gaethje, by far, I think unanimously across the board, every mind in MMA, even ones way more educated than ourselves, believed that Gaethje had the answers. Look what he did, bro. And you're not talking about it like you're saying. We're not talking about a fucking Mickey Mouse division.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC, and he's just creaming through this, and he's getting better, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Look what he did. Look what he did to Conor, then Poirier, then Gaethje, dude. It's crazy. Look, I think the only blemish is always going to be that Tony Ferguson fight.
Yeah.
It's always. It's not. It's just.
It's not
the
really a
unknown.
blemish. It
It's
just
the
never
unknown,
happened, dude. Yeah, it just never happened. But how's this body of work from GSP, dude? What the heck? Right?
Okay, Johnny Hendricks, I think we can.
Yeah, that was. Although, like, I did see a proper breakdown by. It might have been Dan Hardy. It might have been someone else, where they show why he won the split. Why he actually won the decision, right? Because like the rounds he lost by a landslide. But the rounds that were awarded to him, he like did edge them out statistically.
So check from the last two.
Dude, look at his first fight. Just go to his first fight. Ivan Menjivar, right? I mean, like, that's not a palooka to have as your first fight. Then you come up Pete Spratt, Caro Parisian, Jay Heron, Hughes. I don't know who Strasser is. Jason Miller, Frank Trigg, Sean Shook, BJ Penn, Matt Hughes, Matt Serra, Josh Koscheck, Matt Hughes, Matt Serra, John Fitch, BJ Penn, Thiago
Alves was the man.
Yes, he was destroying guys, right?
Dan Hardy as well.
Koscheck was out wrestling everyone. Jake Shields was out wrestling everyone. Condit was
kicking Oak's faces
murdering
off.
guys, right? Condit almost won that fight. Nick Diaz was this guy that was like unstoppable. Johnny Hendricks was on a tear at that stage. He just murked flipping Campman, and then came into that, and then the Bisping fight was a bit peculiar, but I mean, like, he beat a guy with the most wins in the UFC.
He's
Dude,
the
like
champ.
yeah, it's like
let me tell you what.
that's actually. People still need to be on the GSP GOAT train, dude.
Yeah, I think the
100%,
thing is
dude.
that people
So-
only remember, like, it's fresh on everyone's minds. With
Movies.
Khabib, right? So everyone's.
I put Khabib forward today in GSP's place. GSP was always like ahead of the pack for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. Like I agree with you. I still think GSP for a large sections gets overlooked. We're so focused on John Jones. Let me tell you a big thing for me. The way like two people reacted today that like really left a bit of taste in my mouth was John Jones, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, have that conversation in a week's time, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll have the conversation if it happens.
all you're doing right now is you're trying to suck limelight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's going on about he can't be considered the GOAT. I'm like, dude, you know, like, just let him have his fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't dig that. And did you see your fucking old Captain Cringe, bro? Just
Henry
go
Cejudo.
to Henry
hate that
Cejudo's
guy, dude.
Instagram quickly. Oh, so I'm
That's
like,
hate that
another
guy.
Oku.
I'm like, please bring him back to fight Peter Yan. I will literally start a crowdfunding to give Peter Yan.
everyone goes on about
beat the
everyone
fucking
goes
snot
on
out
about
of
that
him.
guy, and he calls himself the GOAT and Triple C.
Bro, look
And
what he
it's true.
posts here,
He
bro.
has all that stuff, but he also he stopped before allowing anyone who was potentially dangerous to fight him.
Henry.
Fought, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, he legitimately did knock out TJ, right? But he fought him in his division.
Yeah.
So he's saying the same as then he beat like.
Look, his intention was to do it again up at bantamweight. Just click on that post. Like, look at this, bro. Like, are you saying Khabib was good, or are you saying you, Khabib, and DC are the GOATs? Or like, what are you saying here? What did he say? You will truly be missed. I know your dad is proud of you. Amazing. This year has been a year of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are you happy for him, or you just want to get a couple Instagram likes using that photo?
The unfortunate reality is for DC, he can never be in that conversation, dude. It's impossible, right? He can't be considered the GOAT by anyone's standard, right? There was one guy that just had his number every time, and then Stipe had his number, dude. So like, he can't. There was a guy at light heavyweight that could smash him, and there was a guy at heavyweight that could smash him, and only when they were absent.
Yeah.
Oh, he obviously got the knockout over Stipe, so that's not 100%
Yeah,
fair
I
to
hear
say,
what
but-
you're saying.
But like, you can't put Daniel Cormier will be one of the greatest, but
Yeah.
he'll never be regarded as the greatest of all time.
Yeah, because he was the greatest outside of John Jones, and he was the greatest outside of Stipe. I hear you, dude. I mean, even John Anik was like, this is my top 5 GOATs, and sorry, DC, you're not in there. But that's the truth, though.
Was
bro.
Cejudo in there?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
But yeah, even though Mighty Mouse lost to Cejudo, he still has to be one of the greatest.
No, without
that's
a
the
doubt,
thing is
dude.
you can't. Cejudo said that, but he never gave him a second run at it, right?
I don't.
No,
I
ONE
think
FC
I
never
think
gave
it
him a
was.
second run at it.
I think Mighty Mouse saw the opportunity to jump ship, make
Yeah.
more money. He already done everything he could
And
in
play
the UFC.
and play fucking legit online games all day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that Eric's not gonna want for money for the rest of his life, dude.
Please take Henry Cejudo out of my face.
Yes, I hate it.
This
Fuck,
guy
I
is
can't,
definitely
dude.
not going to.
Didn't he like
Khabib's-
retire? He retired and said like he wants to start a family, and then he left that chick.
Yeah, and then he started calling Oaks out straight away, like the next day.
You know, one of my worst things, right, is he retires and then he calls the new bantamweight and flyweight champs renter champs. Like, no, you left.
Yeah,
It's
you
not your division
left.
anymore.
Yeah,
You have no claim over that.
He
belt.
never defended the bantamweight, right? Or did he? Did he defend both of them?
Yeah,
or-
he fought Cruz. He fought Cruz for the bantamweight.
Okay.
title. Yeah, Cruz is his last fight.
in all fairness, Cruz is one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. But
No, 100%.
I mean,
But you also can't maintain that forever, right?
but also like taking that at that stage for Henry Cejudo, taking that fight was the easier fight. Let's be honest. Like it's
Yeah.
not. I'm not trying to be funny about it. It's obviously a dangerous fight, but it's not like prime.
It's not Peter Yan.
yeah.
Like look at the picture that these oaks post, bro. Just like, what's wrong with you?
Peter
dude?
Yan's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
savage, dude. Jeez, like it.
Dude, I reckon Peter Yan endorses this oak, bro.
Dude, I'd
Please
I'd
make it
donate to
happen.
your crowdfunding just to see that happen, dude. Just
Please make it happen.
Well, this is the. This
And he's
is
That's-
calling out flipping Volkanovski, dude. Like,
But he wasn't calling out Max Holloway. Understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because Volkanovski's like a shorter, smaller featherweight. It's all talk though. Anyway,
it'll be interesting to see Ortega versus Volkanovski. The new rejuvenated
it has
Ortega.
to be. It has to be next. It has
Yeah.
to be. Like for sure, we like. I know some people are saying Holloway and Volkanovski need to do it a third time, but I'm like,
So how do you do it a
can't.
third time, dude?
Yeah, I just can't do it
After
again.
2, you're done, dude. Like, that's it. Now you have to
Can't.
wait until that guy's not
Like
the
I know
champion
it was
anymore.
really close against, dude. I'm like, I can't.
Well, like,
Ortega put his fucking hand up, dude.
the,
He's
the
like,
problem is, like, once you've lost twice to someone,
I'll trigger that.
Yeah.
Crispe and BK.
you have to hang back
No, you
until
have to.
he's not the
dude.
champion
you have
anymore,
to.
dude.
You have
Like,
to.
You need to realize that you're going to be the gatekeeper for a while.
Holloway versus Zombie, dude.
Oof,
Sign me
that'll
up.
be very nice.
Sign me up.
Oh, well, I think Zombie got broken.
Yeah,
I think the Yair fight broke Zombie a little bit, and I think the Ortega fight really broke Zombie.
I
now,
reckon
dude.
he's just going to become a K-pop star now.
Well, I reckon he's going to be that mid-tier. He's going to be like a Cerrone, dude.
Mm.
Fun to watch, but like he's never going to be in the title mix anymore, you know?
Okay, quick. Let's check this. There's another card coming up. Believe it or not, I feel like there should have been
Never
a.
stopped.
I feel like there should have been a break after this one. Like I need a break.
But that's not what they do after every pay-per-view, right? It's like they give you like a 2-week breather.
Yeah,
We got
I
the
needed one
retirement
after this,
fight
to be
coming
honest.
out.
and it's Uriah Hall versus. Oh, this is a
Retirement.
fun card, dude. This is a very fun card, actually.
Mitchell versus Philly is going to be fun to
It's
watch.
going to be
dude.
fireworks, bro. Kevin Holland versus Makhmed Muradov. Bobby Green doing the damn thing. Maurice Green versus Greg Hardy.
I hate watching Maurice Green. dude.
So do I. I hate
They're
watching
really
Greg
trying
Hardy
to get
as
Maurice
well.
Green knocked out there by Hardy.
Yeah.
dude. I mean, he was the worst, dude. Like his personality on the Ultimate Fighter changed instantly the moment a drop of alcohol passed his
Yeah,
lips,
dude.
dude. He was so cringy, like the things he was doing, dude. I was surprised he got into the UFC,
Yeah.
dude.
It gets a bit dicey here, hey? I'm not going to lie.
We're in the
Kevin
reeds.
Navidad's pretty good.
Miles Johns isn't bad. He's out of JP's camp there in Fortis MMA.
Justin
Uh,
Ledette.
Dustin Jacoby, dude. That's not a. That's gonna be like a fight to watch, dude.
Justin Ledette's on his way out, though. He's 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, I'm surprised they never rescheduled him versus Dulce again.
Yeah. Dolce's also quiet. But we're done, dude. We can't. South Africans can't go anywhere now. Like, now it's done. We can't get to the States.
Are you sure we can't get to
I
the
don't
States?
think so, bro. Well, I think you can. I just think it's a heavy quarantine.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the
From what I
quarantine?
understand, I think it's like a 14-day quarantine before you arrive. When you arrive.
14 days, bro.
When is-
But imagine,
think that's the
imagine the,
problem.
UFC could facilitate that at the Apex Training Center, dude. Imagine they're like, okay, we're gonna
Cool.
set up these like little mini camp rooms, and you guys, you and your 2 cornermen come in. You got 14 days in this room, and we'll supply everything you need, but we're flying you out 6 weeks prior to your fight or something like that, you know.
But so this Abu Dhabi thing is going to ramp up now. They've built that Etihad Stadium. They did the whole handover, and Dana was sitting with the big wigs and stuff. So they're going back. They're saying like Jan, Feb.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's
dude.
going to be in the Etihad, and I think it's going to be with fans.
That's awesome, dude.
So they're really talking about internationals and
So we
title
should
fights
see
and-
some, our local boys on those
Yeah.
fights then.
Yeah,
they should definitely try and
Imagine-
get Drickus and Don on the same
Well,
card,
dude,
dude.
they could deck it out.
Because
They
then you could
deck
at
it
least get some local fans trying to get
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there, dude.
out. Yeah,
Their
I'd
first
love to.
international trips for a while, and
If there's not a second lockdown, maybe I'll make it.
try, dude.
Don't
Even
even
if you're
say.
flying just for the weekend, dude.
Yeah,
Donny
so
Maj
hopefully, what is
and
this?
Dricus.
Alpha.
Donny
This is
Maj
Alpha.
and Dricus.
Dry.
Alpha's next
Good
weekend,
places.
not this weekend, eh?
That's what I was saying. I'm trying to remember whether it was.
This is a good little fight, this, bro. Mishka Lobsha versus, how do you say this chick's name?
Kelly.
Kelly,
Nedermeyer.
yeah.
Straight out of the
Dude, I watched the
internationals, eh?
I watched the Lobsha fight at the National Pro beginning of the year. She fought Ilana van Skalkvik. She was legit.
Was it?
I was impressed.
Where
I
does
must
she
be
fight
honest.
out of?
Camp in Durban, I think.
Okay.
Maybe out of. No, not with William. They were in Ilana's corner. I'm not actually sure, to be honest, dude. But yeah,
Did Ilana lose that fight?
yeah.
I thought Ilana was like 1-0 or something like that.
No, she lost to Lobsha in the final, I think it was.
Oh.
I think she submitted her. I can't really remember now. Just my memory is really, really fucking bad.
Ilana
she was
is
good.
Amant's girlfriend, right? Or former girlfriend, or
I don't know.
I think so. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, like
I might be wrong.
ni-
I might be
nice
talking
fight.
absolute
No,
shit.
I think you are right. And that Kelly Niedermeyer is from Clint Walters.
Yeah.
And she's
Who's
good.
finally back in South Africa.
Yeah.
After 9-month quarantine and Thailand. Jeez, like it.
But this is like, you know what I'm really liking about Alpha, to be honest, is the innovation. Like these dudes are pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, they are.
Well, we've seen this. They've got. Oh, where is it?
So
Yeah.
they've broken up into 4 brackets.
So for us look at it, each card starts off with like a debutant, first time fighter, and it builds up all the way to your main event.
Yeah.
But each card's got a main event, which makes sense because you don't want to sit here for.
Dude, I remember fight starting. There's
20
like 22 fights. and I'm
27
just like,
fights, dude. I remember-
oh my
I remember
God.
like prepping some guys and then walking out like 2 o'clock in the morning, dude. And we weren't even like the main event yet, dude. We were like, I remember
No, it's
remember when the
ridiculous,
lights
dude.
went out at like 1:30 in the morning, dude.
My
They had a 30-minute intermission just to get the lights back on, dude.
my first fight, I was the first fight, and Jason van der Merwe, who fought on the same card, was the last fight.
Oh, that was the longest night of my life, dude.
We had to.
Dude, I said to Grant, I'm like, dude, like, this is too long.
I mean, they did a great job at that time.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
it was
they were
awesome.
brilliant.
Right, it was the only guys doing anything at that stage, and they were doing a good job up until the end of the searching for a scrap thing. But it's, those fight cards were long, bro. Jeez, like they were long.
I remember the searching for a scrap thing. They gave them all cell phones to film.
That was actually getting good, dude. Some of the stuff was cringy-ish because you're giving cell phones to fighters and they're
Yeah.
recording their own content.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff was alright to watch.
And they got very upset with me if I asked if the dude ever got his 200,000.
Did you ever get an answer to that?
I got a lot of answers, dude. I got a lot
Because wasn't
of
it like a
answers.
cumulative, like it wasn't cash, right?
Yeah. You know what the problem was?
It was
The
like a
problem was
contract.
the
and
problem was somebody put it out incorrectly. That, and instead of just saying to me that, you know, like everything in this industry, when you ask the question, instead of just saying, look, okay, you know, we actually made a mistake. Someone put it out as 200,000 in cash, and then realized that you can't do that because they're an amateur athlete, and you cannot win money for winning a fight. I know there's some prize money, so there's sort of weird things, and then they were like, what they were trying to do. From what I understood, this might be completely fucking wrong, but it's neither here nor there. It's long gone. They were doing pro fights at the time, so they were going to get a he was going to get a 6-fight contract with the pro division, and that 200,000 would have been paid over
the
6 years,
fights.
over 6 fights. But there was like vouchers and all sorts of cuck and cell phones that made up this prize. But it was a very touchy subject, you know what I mean? Just the way everyone reacted,
I mean,
was
like,
super
If
touchy.
you take the
As always, I got called fucking arsehole, prick, doers, pork
If
chop,
you-
donkey cum. I'm like,
which
I-
is so rich.
yeah, all I want to know is you guys. I screen grabbed the thing. I'm like, this is what you fucking said. Did it happen? That's all I want to know. They're like, oh, this guy wants to compete at Worlds. How do you think this looks at IMF? I'm like, I didn't fucking say he was going to get the money.
Yeah.
You said. All I want to know is, did he get paid?
So like without all the drama that came with it, right? Like the intention was good, you know,
Yeah, it was.
like giving this person an opportunity. But in Corsi's defense, though, it actually was to his benefit that it didn't pan out, dude.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's obviously doing way better than Brave. I mean,
Yeah.
he's winning fights now, and he's getting much better money. And
To be honest, I actually think the Brave, because of the relationship between Jason and Brave, I think that was part of like the thing. They were like, we're going to get you this fight deal.
oh, okay,
I think that's how it ended up, to be honest.
it worked out for him.
Yeah,
Corsi.
good for him, dude.
Yeah.
Good for him. But it's funny, like, only Mzwandile, pull that up quickly, actually. Let's have a quick look at that. He's the only one who's been called up. I think Chad had a fight, but it's been...
Already,
No, Chad's fight's been postponed because it was supposed to be on this card. It's not on there.
the Senzio fight or whatever.
I
Yeah.
think the guy might be injured.
Yeah.
But it's like he might
Did
be
they-
injured
yeah,
/ he couldn't get to AKA for his camp or something like that.
I heard that story, but then I saw the post after that.
I don't know. Don't quote me on. I don't know.
Well,
the
it's
full
not
story.
happening
I've
on
heard
this
from
card. This is where I
various
thought it was
people.
going to happen.
From various
Yeah, well, the internet's freaking out, and I think their website's not the greatest, to be
No, the
honest.
website's also.
Just go to Instagram.
You know what the good question is? Whatever happened to that no weight limit 6 kilogram gold
The
belt?
belt. Yeah, what happened
Somebody
to that?
won it, dude. Didn't they?
No, someone was the gatekeeper of the belt. Remember, they won the fight and then they became the gatekeeper of the belt, but they didn't win the belt.
Mm.
That was done at the World Championships. They wanted to like hand the belt to someone, but he's not the winner of the belt. He's the gatekeeper of the belt.
Boy, I told you. Stay
You're
on
right.
Instagram.
Where is this?
Go to Instagram. Trust me.
Is that it? No, it's not.
No. It's a hype video. The cards go down. Keep going. Be brave, my son.
This.
Oh, wow. I can't see this card anymore. Keep going. a
It
little
is in
bit.
Corsi there.
Really, hey? There.
Is this it?
They're churning out content there.
Amin Ayub. He fought here. Yeah, there. Mzwandile versus Dom Schrober, who's out of Rakic's camp
Ah.
in Austria. Hope my boy's being tested. Because the boys are shredded in that camp. Eh? Look,
Yeah,
they're
you
not.
see.
They're not.
They're not passing many sniff tests.
They're not UFD level, but the boys are big. Boys are
The
big.
problem is with UFD is that you're competing in MMA, but also in Mr. Olympia.
Well, it depends. You can
Phil
choose.
Heath is the wrestling coach there, dude.
Because the old German tank's thrown in the towel. Eh? He's like, I'm just gonna get thick as a snicker here.
He was definitely the goat of pop drug test, dude.
Fuck, I
Jeez, like it,
Fuck,
dude.
I miss that guy.
was
eh?
a
There's no
President
list
online.
longer than that.
I
China.
fucking miss that guy. That guy's my
It
hero.
would have been easier for them to list what he wasn't taking, dude.
That looks my hero, dude. Do you think anyone like said, I've got so many questions, but I hope to one day
Got so
ask
many
you." I've got so many questions, dude.
What
Like,
time? When
did
is this fight?
anybody tell you that they were going to test? Or you were just like, it's fine, I'm going to be fine. Like, man, they won't test for this stuff.
Did they put a date on this? When is this happening?
This
The-
is
Thursday
5th
the
of
5th.
November, bro.
Hey, that's just around the corner.
Yeah, it's this week.
Nice.
Next week.
Zodile's
Bahrain.
in there.
And they're going to Bahrain.
Another local fight on the international card. Nice.
Shout out to the UAE dude doing the damn thing.
I want to know
Gabriel
about that belt.
Fly's moustache is honestly.
Well,
a
that's
thing
the
of
UAE,
beauty.
or you mean Bahrain, though?
Well, yeah. Like I'm just saying, the
Oh, the
Middle
Middle
East
East.
is
The
just
Middle
killing
East
it,
is
dude. They're
rocking
just
at the
killing
moment.
it, dude.
I really want to know about the belt.
Let's Google it another time.
No, wait.
Thanks
hold
for
on.
tuning in.
Hold
You
on, wait.
Oh,
Bloody beautiful
there,
legends.
There wasn't any
Warren
fights. There wasn't
reminded
any
me.
fights though,
But
dude.
no-
Nobody's getting
No one's
popped right
popped-
now,
getting
dude.
popped.
Come on, dude.
Be interesting if any of the other sports got doping cases.
We should actually do.
Athletics was the last one, right?
Yes,
Sports.
this dude was on the Max Merton protocol. now, eh?
Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
Taboko, bro. Slow
The sock
down.
didn't
4
even-
years.
The
Cheers.
Soak didn't even try, dude.
Method.
Someone got
Taboko
8 years. We
Mamatu.
look at the Soak's got 8 years, dude. What did he do? Rugby.
Ngoni Chidoma.
Rugby.
Exogenous testosterone and its metabolism and androstenone, whatever.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
At least one of the.
Yeah,
At
so
least
this-
one. At least one of the.
This Soak, what happened to Ron Fisser? Yeah, he got an acquittal. What does that mean? Remember
Who?
the boxing dude, the big,
Oh.
and then he got 4 years. See ya. That's the dude who
Right.
fell through the ropes.
Yeah. So that fight's never happening with old Tian.
I still don't understand how guys are popping for steroids in bodybuilding. I've got so many questions there as well.
Dude, surely drug free. Surely Sascox just
Dude,
leave that.
Imagine
guy.
you're the poor dude who does get busted in bodybuilding.
And you're like,
bro,
no shit, bro.
Have you seen everybody?
Yeah.
it's not even like you can't even point out like, have you seen that guy? Have you seen
Literally, no
everyone
one's
who's-
Yeah.
passing the sniff test right
Imagine
now,
they
dude.
imagine they call you. They're like, I know you're the South African heavyweight flexing champion, but you pop for steroids. No shit, bro. No fucking shit.
That's the only way we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was just
Surely
legal.
there's certain sports like
Bro, who the fuck wants to see bodybuilding with no steroids, bro?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, I can
dude.
fucking enter, dude.
Exactly,
Yes,
dude.
some game, dude.
exactly.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Let them all go on the gears, dude. Like who cares?
Who's that?
Gary Smith. I
Uh,
didn't know he got banned.
Oh yeah, that was after the Cape Town fight, right?
Yeah, big
Sure.
boy.
4 years.
Okay, just hit.
He might almost be back.
Michiel's almost back as well.
But Heel's going
Okay,
back.
well,
Demar's going
last
back.
question. Last question. Any news on the E EFC?
No news. I have heard some rumors. I've heard 2 rumors. One is not positive. One is not positive at all. But the other one, there's a little bit of hope. But I just don't see it. I just don't see the EFC coming back this year, dude. I just don't see it. I think we would have.
Coming back ever or just this year?
Well, that's the one side, is that it might not be ever. But the other side is, I just don't know if it happens this year. If it does happen,
Well, hopefully
Is there
it
like
'Cause if
nobody out there that wants to just buy it?
if they had a card in
Can we start
December,
a GoFundMe?
yeah, I'll do it.
I wonder what it's
I've
valuated
got
at, right?
like 100 rand right now.
Actually, you know we should talk about.
I've also
it.
got 100 rand. If we got 200 rand.
Fuck yes, dude. Caro, hit us up,
I
boy.
wonder what it is valuated at, though. Like, I mean, surely there's certain people that want to get into this business,
Dude,
right?
it's so hard. So like, majority of business is sold on provable profits times X amount of years.
Yeah, it's like 5 years.
plus a bit of goodwill and a bit of potential. How do you sell that?
They
business
offset it
right
against
now?
your
Yeah.
liabilities. I understand all of that, but I mean, like, surely if they like, I'm not saying this is the case, but surely if they opt to go into business rescue, right? Like the business rescue agents will try and figure out something. They'll try and find a business, and they connect it with other businesses that could be interested in purchasing.
Listen,
right?
listen,
Rather
dude.
than being liquidated or whatever might happen, I don't know what the situation is. Rather than it like just disappearing off the face of the earth, let someone acquire all those assets and let's try and like keep it around. Because if they go, then what's going to happen, dude? I know someone will put
People
their hand
don't-
up and will do the 3 pro fights every 2 months.
People
But that's
are,
not going to help, dude. When you've got
Mm.
150 fighters,
people
that
are happy to like shit
pros.
on them, right?
Yeah, dude, it's
But we're in big trouble if
it's
they're not around
scary,
anymore,
dude.
you know?
It's
Yeah,
very,
100%, dude.
We're in very big
scary.
trouble. The
It's
one
very
thing
scary.
is that they put a quality production on,
Yeah,
right? Which nobody else so far has come even close to matching at this point.
yeah, not in Africa.
Yeah, nowhere close. Like they're world class in
Yeah,
terms of
it-
their
dude,
production.
to be honest, even like all respect to Brave, it's just the production is just not the same. It's just not.
Okay, so
It's
let's
good. Brave is good, but it's just not the same.
I don't think people also realize that if the EFC fold and no one comes in and like aggressively gets back into the professional MMA market, that it affects every fighter that wants to have a career in MMA. It affects them so negatively because your only option then becomes to relocate. Like you cannot
Yeah.
become a professional fighter out of South Africa without relocating to another country, because geographically you're so separated from the rest of the world, right? You'll never get the experience that is required to get into a big promotion. You'd have to move to Europe or America or the Middle East
UAE.
now.
Well, currently every single one of our UFC fighters, before and currently fighting in the UFC, all fought in the EFC as well.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
that's
where they all
that's the
started.
They
gateway.
transition
They were
from
That's
champions
the
in
African
that.
gateway, dude. More
Yeah.
South African gateway.
So
It's just craziness.
I don't
right?
know, man.
And then
I just hope
you hear
I just
some
hope
people
it
saying,
gets figured out.
yeah, it's fine, they must go. Someone else will come in. But you don't know
Who?
that.
Who the fuck's gonna come?
Who's putting their hand
It
up?
requires a
One
buttload
very
of
wealthy guy put his hand up, said he's going to come into the market, lasted one tournament and was out of there. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You need someone that's going to bankroll this thing for a while until it becomes profitable, and
Dude, it's a scary situation.
super
to be
scary,
honest.
dude.
because
Like,
if anyone's
scary.
very rich and listening to this,
So listen,
please
dude.
help
Like
UFC
like
out,
business rescue is not always the answer. Like a liquidation is so much easier.
it's easier for the owners, but it's not easier
yeah.
for the community, right?
Yeah, for sure. Look, dude, I don't know. I've still got faith that they're gonna figure something out. Look, I don't think it's any secret that the EFC were in financial issues before this happened. So you can only imagine where they are now.
No,
You know what I
100%. But like I think we're all in agreement. We need them, right?
No, we
Yeah.
do.
We
100%
we
do.
desperately
as
need
much as
them.
we can criticize.
Well, we
could-
desperately
we
need
could
someone
make a few
to come-
changes, but we definitely need them.
And if we can't have them, we desperately need someone to put their hand up very soon to start something else, right?
Yeah.
And I love that there's this talks about Alpha putting on pro fights, right? Which is great, but you can't have 3 pro fights every 2 months and have people becoming experienced enough to go into the big leagues, right? Because now what's going to happen is if no one puts their hand up, the EFC goes away for whatever reason. Now you're going to have all your fighters
Yeah.
leaving the country, right? Or you're not going to produce anywhere near as many fighters anymore.
I would have thought. Look, I don't know the deal, and from what I've heard, it's not worth big money or any money at all. I would have thought the Supersport deal would have changed things. I would have thought that would automatically bring money in, but it didn't. And it's not.
Apparently, from what I've gathered, right, was that the Supersport was like, well, we don't need you because we've got the rights to the UFC. So why do we need rights to the EFC? So they weren't paying them anywhere near as much as what they.
I don't
did
think they were
before,
paying them
right?
at all.
Yeah, I also don't think they were paying.
I think they
I
were
might be
just
wrong,
giving them
but-
that content. But bro, I remember once long ago in those we on the show actually we looked at the stats. The EFC viewership on Supersport was terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
they were claiming that they were getting
Well-
2 million views
Well,
per fight card on SABC, which I don't believe for a second. if I'm honest.
The UFC, while the UFC broadcasting rights has been great for all the fans,
yeah.
right? It's been quite difficult, I think, for the EFC because they can't match the content
But
and
this
media
is-
that's been put out by the UFC. You can turn on TV any time of the day, and there's generally some sort of MMA that's
Yeah.
being replayed or whatever, some hype, some build up, and it's so easy for you to get invested in these storylines of all these fighters in overseas. It's not that easy to get invested into the local storylines because, you know, like, I know people say, oh, it's about fighting, it's not about storylines, but you kind of like want to connect with the fighter and
Yeah.
become a fan of
It's
the
a
fighter
huge part, dude.
and
It's a
like
huge
but
part.
you like go along with his story through the fights. And but like if you are fighting for airtime with the UFC, you're never going to get there.
Well, dude, ask PFC, bro. We just had an event this weekend. I don't think anyone even knows.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, for sure.
they look like they did a pretty decent job on the marketing.
Dude,
and
the
media,
events
dude.
are slick, dude. They're super slick. But I'm like, for sure, don't put your fight night on the same night as Khabib versus Gaethje when it's the first time in a gazillion years that we as South Africans can actually watch it at a decent time.
Yeah, that is a bit difficult.
I don't even know if they were streaming it, though. I don't think they were. I think it kind of just happened.
Well, if they were only depending on live, like people coming through, I bet it was
Can't.
closed doors, right?
Can't.
That's so peculiar.
Super strange. Super strange.
I don't understand.
anyway.
that. Maybe
Wait,
someone
last
can
thing.
maybe
Tell
someone
us
can
about
explain that to
your-
me.
What's your little initiative?
Yeah, dude, look. It's something I've been meaning to do for a super long time. Especially when I first learned about how the struggles were to get guys overseas, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, why is nobody fucking just fundraising this shit? Like, you know, it can help.
Yeah.
And like everything, life happens. Never did it. And then after watching Khabib, I was like, I need to do this. And I just put it out there because it forces me to do it. So
Nice.
that's where we are. I think shout out to Mike Stopforth, who's bid it 1,400 rand for that poster. What
I
a
think
gangster.
we should bid off a hunting trip with Warren.
Dude, the options are endless. They're literally
I'm
endless.
sure I could
dude.
organize that.
I was being joking, but it is actually a good idea.
The options are endless, dude. The options are endless.
Maybe
Like
if
it's so easy, and the reality is, the MMA community want to help, dude.
yeah,
And what's funny to me is like, I'm not saying that they just want to help because it's me. They do want to help, but there is skepticism, bro, about where
Yeah.
money lands. That's the reality, dude. So, you
Well,
know,
if we check you cruising around in a
yay, boy, I got some new sneakers.
if we,
So-
if we see
got a
you
new
at
beaver
MMA
hat.
yeah,
Yeah.
if we see you at
Rocking it.
MMA events in the slickest looking suits, I'm gonna be like,
So the plan is to do it properly. Set up a
Secret
proper
dick.
NPO.
Yeah.
Have proper accounts and stuff, and just I'll post it whenever. Like, this is what's happened. My goal is obviously to eventually set up, like, Worlds is not going to happen this year. I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, it makes sense that it can't happen.
Yeah.
How can you have a world champion when not everyone was allowed to come to it?
Exactly. So whenever it happens, probably next year, which gives us time to really make an impact. You know
I don't
what
think
mean?
anyone would be upset if you're like, okay, we're going to have Worlds in January, but it's going to be the 2020 Worlds,
Yeah.
even though it's in 2021, and then we'll do 2021 Worlds again in July.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think everyone will be happy with that.
I think it's.
no one's
I
going to
think
fight
it's-
it.
I think the thing is, it was supposed to be in Kazakhstan, and now you're like, well, fuck, now we've got to get the whole world to Kazakhstan right now,
Yeah.
which is probably going to be a nightmare. Just move it to
But
the
you know, the other
UAE.
crazy thing is, right? It's actually easier to travel to some countries at the moment because, like, South African tourism, well, it's easier to come to South Africa at the moment because
Mm.
South African tourism are like, we need to boost tourism now. So, 14 countries or whatever that needed visas to get to South Africa, no more visas required. You can pitch up, get your visa at the airport, and then come to South Africa.
But yeah,
So, like,
let's just take a page out of the UFC's book and just move everything to the UAE.
yeah, dude.
Problem solved.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thanks
Sweet
for tuning
peeps.
in. See you soon. Peace.
Cheers.